If you want to know the fastest way to move abroad, teaching English is the way to go. But you have to make sure that you make it sustainable and something that's going to be a long-term plan instead of a quick solution. And in this video, I'm going to show you how. Lost the selfie stick. Hi, my name is Kirsten. Welcome to my channel. I am a money mindset coach for Black women, helping them to change their mindset around money so that they can live a life that they love. And today I'm going to talk about one of the easiest ways to make money to help you move abroad, which is teaching English. However, you want to make sure that it's not something that is just a quick term fix. So a lot of the mistakes that I see people making is that they end up working for a company that pays them too little. They end up not liking teaching and they end up getting stuck, or they end up with a company that they don't like, that's not very supportive. So here are some ways, or here are some things that you should consider when you want to teach English abroad to help you live the life that you want in whatever country you want. I'm not going to tell you which companies you should work for, which are the best companies to work for, because you can Google that and the information is out there. I have personally worked for italki, Cambly, and I think iTutor, and I've actually have private students that I continue to work with. And so know that if you want to work with kids, or if you want to work with a company that tends to kids, you're going to have to be super animated and energetic. Know that off the bat. There are companies that cater to mostly adults, and you don't necessarily, need to be as animated to work with them. But the thing that you want to remember is that you want to be able to specialize or niche down. And what that means is you want to be able to say that you teach a certain thing, whether you are really good with pronunciation. A lot of adults, if you want to aim for adults, a lot of adults are focused on test taking. So if you're really knowledgeable on the IELTS test or the Cambridge test, like that is definitely an area that not only can you excel in, but you can profit in, because people are looking to pass the test. A lot of people for work, they need a certain, like a B1 or a B2. So if you niche down to a specific profession, not only are you going to be able to get continuous work, but you're also going to be able to charge more for your services. So if you're liking this information so far, remember to click the like button and subscribe for more ways to make money and live the life that you want, travel, do all that fun stuff. If you are wanting to go the teaching English route and get started and you're 100% serious about it, I do travel consultations, and you can click the link in the description and book a travel consultation with me to really, even if you're not wanting to teach English and you want to go a different career path and you want to go abroad, I can help you to set out a plan and get started making money so that you can move abroad. Also, there is another video that I did with Stephanie Perry and Rashida from, I can't remember their Exodus Summit. There we go. And I talk a little bit more about my experience. So if you want to know a little bit more about my experience teaching English as well, you can click the card or link that should be showing up, or you can click the link in the description. There we go. The second thing you're going to want to think about is longevity. So maybe you started teaching English and you love it, or you're a teacher and you love teaching. So you really want to see how you're going to be able to sustain yourself, because yeah, it can be easy, teaching a certain number of classes every month, every week, every day, and you're making good money. But is that something that you want to keep doing for the next year abroad, the next 6 months abroad? So really think about long term. If teaching is something that you want to do, how can you sustain it? How can it be something that you can do in the long term? Now, if you're like, okay, I just want to teach English just to make enough money to get me abroad, or join a program to get me abroad, that's fine too. So you want to think about what is your end goal? What is another career or skill that you can use to help you to maybe find a remote job? Maybe you want to do freelance writing, maybe you want to do social media marketing. So really think about, okay, what are the other skills that I can use to transfer to another job when I kind of run my cycle with teaching English? Because the thing is, teaching English can fluctuate. You're gonna have high and low seasons. When it starts to get the holidays and people start going on vacation, you're not going to get as much bookings usually. Maybe it can happen, but usually you're going to have high seasons when people start back to school. People are going to want to book. And when people go on vacation, you're going to have less bookings, which can equal to less money. Okay, we are inside because it was getting too hot. So we're back to talking about the things that you need to do in order to move abroad through teaching English and make it something that is successful and sustainable and can help you to thrive abroad. So the one thing that I know has helped me is teaching for multiple companies online. And so it might be tricky depending on the company that you work for, because some require like a certain amount of hours and it does take some organization, but it's helpful for when you have like a lot of bookings in one company and maybe less bookings in another company. It does help to kind of cover your bases. With that being said, to kind of guarantee that you get more bookings and that you have more classes, because with most teaching English companies, you go on their platform and people will look at your profile and choose to schedule a class with you. So to keep that flow, it's going to sound obvious, but I think it does need to be said, is make sure that you, one, provide a quality class, two, create a relationship with your student, the person that you're working with, and three, give them some incentive. Give them a reason to come back to you. So whether it might be, that they are practicing their English to travel. So maybe you can say, hey, if you want to book another lesson or you can say on our next lesson, we can focus on what to do when you go to a new restaurant and you're ordering food in English. Or the next lesson, we can focus on this. So kind of give them an incentive to come back to you so that you can have guaranteed classes. And so if you decide to go the route of working for a company, or you want to kind of go more freelance, or you do both, if you go freelance, the most important thing to remember is to get the money up front. I made this mistake more than once. And so it's really important that you get the money up front, and two, that you try to book with packages or groups of classes instead of just paying for the individual class. The individual class is nice, because you can, if you're charging $20, $25 for a class, you can get that money really quick. But if you want to think about long-term sustainability, someone might book a class for this weekend, and then they may not book again with you for another 2 weeks. So if you're working like freelance and one-on-one, make sure that you get the money before. And it works for them too, because if they're paying for a package of classes or a group of classes up front, it usually means they're going to stick to it, which means they're going to learn. Nobody really learns a language like that from one lesson, unless you're a really, really advanced level of English, which most people that are taking lessons are not. You're not really going to learn the language or get the full benefits just from one lesson. It takes time. So get the money up front and have them buy a group of okay, the last piece of information that I want you to take away, and this is the one actionable step. I'm going to try with my videos now and in the future to give you one actionable step that you can do to apply whatever you learned, the information that I've given you on this video. So your one actionable step is to start to think of a job, a career, a business that you want to do in addition to teaching English. And I want you to comment that below and tell me if you're like, oh, I'm interested in freelance writing, or I'm interested in copywriting, or I'm interested in video editing. I want you to comment that below, and I want you to start, the actionable step to do is to start following people that are doing the thing that you want to do. Teaching English is great, and it can be, I know a lot of people that make good money with it. I know I've made several $100s a month doing it. I've been able to make sometimes several $100s a week doing it, depending on the type of people that I've been teaching. But you are freelance, you're not, or you're an independent contractor, so you don't always have the job security that you might want or need with a teaching English position, unless you've been doing it for a really long time and you've, kind of created a cushion for yourself. So start following. So if you're like, I'm really good at writing and I want to start a blog, well, go follow the people that have a blog. Go follow the, Google people, see what they're writing about, see how they format their blog, do that. If you're like, oh, I want to be a YouTube star, well, go start watching videos on how to be a YouTube star, how to monetize with YouTube. Start planting the seeds of that next thing that you can do when you're ready to move on from your teaching English. And not saying that you can't teach English forever. If that's what you want to do, then do it, but also learn how to do it so it is sustainable and it's making you more than just the average, because you don't want to be working teaching English for $20-$25 for the rest of your life. So comment below, what is your next career move after you start teaching English, and tell me what you are going to do in order to start preparing yourself and learn more about that career. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you want more content around making money online, how to start a business online, how to start making money online, I know there's already tons of videos out there, but let me know if, what your questions are or what fears you might have, because I think that in order to make money anywhere, especially online, it all starts in your mind. Ciao for now.